Okay, next question, straight from the Dino's mouth. Okay, Dane Lua asks, if Hulkenberg had better luck with teams, would he have been better than Vettel, who is Dane Lua's favorite driver? And again, as you may have guessed, my favorite driver as well. Oh, this is a big question. Well, I mean, like, first of all, the problem is, what better luck does he have? So there is a solid chance that Hulkenberg could have had more titles than both Vettel and Verstappen. That could have happened. And the reason is, we rewind back for a minute. Hulkenberg came in 2010. Was it 2010 or 2011? I always get this confused. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's 2011, right? Because he got the pole position in his first year. Yeah, I think so. So he came in 2011. So by that point, obviously, he's not going to Red Bull for obvious reasons, like Vettel is racking up. That's the only team that could have won a title during those years, outside of Alonso, maybe, who came very, very close in 2012. And then after that, obviously, you have Mercedes' year of dominance, where apart from 2017 and 2018, no one was getting close. So in order for him to be better than Vettel, he would have to be at Ferrari and really overperform. I don't think anyone was winning in Ferrari in 2017 or 2018. I've had this debate a few times on the channel, and I do think there is a chance in 2017, a Ferrari driver could have won. But I think it's more on the team than any driver, if I'm honest. And we see what Ferrari does to drivers and what Ferrari does with strategy and all these different things. So I just don't think anyone's winning at Ferrari. So with better luck in teams, there are two options. He could have either been a multiple world champion, and I'll explain that one in a minute. Or if the tires hadn't have been a huge problem for him, he probably would have ended up at a better team anyway. He probably would have ended up in one of the top teams because of the natural talent that he has, which means he likely would be a Grand Prix winner and the podium issue would have just never came about. But there is a slight chance that Hulkenberg could have been a multiple world champion. And that slight chance is Mercedes had a few options for who they wanted. Lauda famously wanted Hamilton, and being a German team, they were clearly pushing for German drivers. So they would have wanted Vettel. Vettel was approached in 2011, I want to say, or 2012 before he renewed his contract with Red Bull in 2012. And obviously Alonso was approached, but he was trying to do things at Ferrari, so he didn't want to go. And you need to keep in mind where Mercedes was at the time as well. So Lauda was very much pushing for Hamilton, which turned out to be a very, very good choice. However, if they couldn't get Hamilton, there was no more world champions to go after that they wanted. They seemed to have no interest in Button, for example. So their next option was this up-and-coming best rookie since Hamilton, went on to be the best rookie till probably Charles Leclerc after that. Sorry, Max Verstappen was in between. My apologies. And that would have been Hulkenberg, this up-and-coming, absolutely spectacular rookie, young driver who had only been in a season or two by that point and was German. And that was Hulkenberg. So if Hamilton hadn't have signed with Mercedes, the most likely outcome would be that he would be in with Rosberg. And then the question becomes, could he have beaten Rosberg? Well, the thing is, I think he could have, because it took him a while to get over the tire issue. But I think Mercedes would have been able to be more on that. They had a better technical team than the midfield teams he was in to coach him through and help him get on top of that tire management. So I think they could have. I don't know how long it would have taken, but I think they clearly would have had a world champion anyway. And we saw that, with Hamilton and Rosberg, they kept Rosberg around until Rosberg wanted to leave. So even if Rosberg won 14, 15, 16, I think Hulkenberg sticks around and by that point is on top of it and starts winning after the regulation change in 2017 and wins a couple of championships. And genuinely, in terms of just pure talent, Hulkenberg is like a Hamilton. If he's at Mercedes, I think he takes a championship or two away from Rosberg. So yeah, I think that there's a good chance if Hulkenberg had have gone to Mercedes, he could be a 5 or 6 time world champion. It wouldn't be absolutely out of the question. The man has the ultimate talent. Yeah. So that's the only way I see that happening, Dane, if I'm honest.